What's up, everyone? Vinny Musso from Musso Athletics here for day 20 of our 30 days of force. Our last day talking about our force redirection, talking about isometrics, redirections, things like that. And what we're going to do today, again, with it being the last day of our second 10-day cycle here, we've talked about a lot already. Again, if you're just jumping in, I suggest going all the way back to the start. Start with our intro video where we talk about what the focus of this 30 days is, and watch each video, because as I've said multiple times, each video builds on one another, and talks about stuff from the past. But today, I just kind of wanted to give you a workout. We've talked a lot of sciencey stuff, a lot of exercise examples. But today I wanted to show a daily isometric workout. So we've talked about the benefits of isometrics, where they're really good for athletic performance, injury prevention, they're good for your muscles, your joints, your tendons, everything. And the nice thing about isometrics too is they can, it's something that you can actually do daily and really not, fatigue yourself too much. If you're not used to isometrics, doing isometrics daily, might fatigue you a little bit, might fatigue your body, might fatigue your muscles. But, the more advanced you get, isometrics are definitely something that you can do every day. They're not as taxing on the muscles as concentric and eccentric movement, just because of how, concentric and eccentric involve muscle movement and joint movement, where isometrics is really just, static positions. So when used correctly, that's something that we could do every day. And we've talked about the benefits of isometrics. One of the big ones being that they really activate our muscles and kind of teach our muscles how to fire properly. So kind of in the scope of injury prevention, specifically, doing a daily isometric workout can really kind of set your body up to perform correctly during the day. If early on in the day we kind of do something that gets our body revving, and gets our body revving correctly, so our muscles and everything are firing and working properly, you can imagine how that would be beneficial in preventing injuries, reducing the risk for injuries. So that's the point of today's videos. I wanted to give you guys a workout that you can do on your own. It's primarily body weight, except one modification where we can do use some light weights. But for the most part, this is something you can do pretty much when you roll right out of bed. I know a lot of people have morning routines. I know a lot of morning routines involve checking your computer or checking your phone for a few minutes. Which we could go off on a whole separate topic about the how that's not healthy for you. So if we replace something like that with something like this, where again this only takes a couple minutes, and again the benefits we get where we teach the body to fire properly, that's definitely something that we it'd be a good substitution for a lot of people's morning routines. Okay, so that's what we'll go over today. So just kind of some quick guidelines for it. Like I've kind of talked about, this is something is really good for you to do early in the day. Again, for the fact that it kind of wakes your body up, gets your muscles firing properly, and will kind of set your body up to work properly throughout the whole day, reduce your risk of injury. And for each movement, the goal, again, kind of depending on your fitness level, your athleticism, is we want to be able to hold these positions for at least 30 to 60 seconds. If you're a beginner, 30 seconds actually might be a lot for some people if they're truly beginning, but 30 seconds is a good starting goal to have. As 30 seconds kind of becomes easier, you can either keep it there or bump it up to 60 seconds. Again, if this is something that we're going to do daily as part of a daily routine, we don't want to be holding positions for 2, 3, or 4 minutes and really fatiguing the muscles. We want to activate them. So this is all about activation and not fatigue. Okay, so 30 to 60 second holds is a good kind of a good guideline to use there. In terms of the actual workout itself, I will demonstrate a couple exercises that I like to do kind of in a daily manner. But I've broken them down in the first half here into kind of movements. So we can see here Our first one is a unilateral lower body push. I've talked before about, I'm a fan of unilateral training because that's how the body was meant to work. So I like to, break particularly the lower body because we use the lower body, a tremendous amount during the day. If we could train that in a unilateral fashion, that's just going to help us down the road. So our first one, a unilateral lower push. So that's a movement that emphasizes the front of your leg, your quad. So what I'll do, I like to do just kind of your standard isometric lunge. Again, I'll demonstrate that at the end of the video. But this is, again, an exercise that's emphasizing the front part of your leg, okay? Our second one, our unilateral lower hinge. That's an exercise that's going to target the back of your leg, so your hamstring and your glute. Again, often overlooked areas of training. So if you can, early in the day get those muscles firing, then that's going to do wonders, not just for, kind of functioning properly during the day, but, really reducing your risk of overuse injuries. A lot of times people are quad dominant, so their quads take over, their hamstrings and their glutes are weak compared to their quads, so there's a muscle imbalance there, and then the lower back tries to take over, and then the thoracic spine, those muscles take over, and it just throws everything out of whack. Okay, so again, if we can kind of get everything activated and working in sync, that's going to benefit us. So that's, really important for our lower hinge pattern. And I'll be demonstrating just a single leg RDL hold. And again, primarily these are all, body weight movements. Okay, then we move to the upper body. These I'm going to do some bilateral movements, an upper push, a push-up, just an isometric push-up, just holding the bottom is a really good exercise to do. I love push-ups and pull-ups just because, I know, a lot of people hate those because they're hard and they can't do them, but they're very, very important movements because they're primal movements. And by primal, kind of, the easiest way to explain that is, if, the body is supposed to be able to move, the body. So, we see these people, bench pressing and doing lat pull downs, with a lot of weight, which is, good for strength. But when we're talking about, functionality, we won't go into too much detail there. I'll probably make a video in the future about, the term functional training. But, push-ups and pull-ups, basically the body just being able to push itself and pull itself are, very vital movements, to an overall healthy lifestyle. So our upper body movements are an upper body push is our isometric push-up, and then our upper body pull is just an isometric pull-up where we're just holding the top of the pull-up. And again, if you can't do those, especially the pull-up, a row is a good way to substitute that. So I'll demonstrate that as well, where we just hold dumbbells, again, light dumbbells up into the chest with our chest facing down towards the ground. If you have those bands with the handles, loop that on something sturdy, and then just hold the bands in at your chest. Another good modification. But again, being able to do push-ups and pull-ups is vital to just kind of your overall function as a human being. So that's kind of a big benefit to why we want to do something like this as part of a daily routine. And then core, core is a very, very broad term. One of the most popular isometric core exercises is a plank. So I'm sure a lot of you people out there know that. But I'll be demonstrating what I call a rowboat. So just kind of, holding a position, where the core is active and trying to stay as stable as possible. Okay, so again, just a quick isometric workout that would be a good, addition to a daily routine, especially in the morning, to get the body firing and revving and, ready to work properly. Again, for each of these positions, we want to try to hold about 30 to 60 seconds, do it early in the day. Early on, if you haven't done anything like this, maybe try to throw it into your routine every other day, so don't throw it, all in at once. But if you're someone who's been training for a while, you're kind of used to, body weight training and resistance training with weights, or you're an athlete, try this for a week or two and, kind of see how you feel. Early on, you might be a little sore if you're not used to, isometrics every day. But as time goes on, you're definitely going to feel a difference in just kind of the way that your body feels and moves. Okay, so stay tuned. You know, I'll show the workout. You know, again, it's very quick, just a couple minutes long if we're doing the 30-second holds. Show that at the video here. After that will do it for our second 10-day cycle of our 30 days talking about force redirection. Our last 10 days are going to be all about force production. If you haven't yet, make sure you take a look too at Muso Athletics on Instagram for more training content. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, be sure also to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Stay tuned for the workout. I'll see you guys tomorrow.